Dude, it is time for Stax of freaking Wax number 13, I think. Yeah, a little bit of a hiatus. We're back on this show though. I got 10 records here to show off, so let's not waste any time. Get right into things. Actually, right where we had left off last time, we'd finished off with the Viagra Boys, and this little number just came in today. This is the latest Viagra Boys record. It is called Cave World. Just came out like a month or two ago. Decided to pre-order it, despite not knowing what was going to be on it, because it's the Viagra Boys. I trust them. I have most of their projects by now. I still need to fill out the a couple EPs here and there. But yeah, this I love the artwork. I love the back. It's freaking sick. It looks great. Let's check out the inside. I've yet to really even open this up. Literally, it came in the mail like, I don't know, an hour or two ago. Nice. Nice. And I bought the green variant. And I'll tell you what, that is certainly green. I'm gonna have to listen to this as soon as I'm done recording. Yeah, Viagra Boys Cold Cave. I thought, I saw that it was coming in today. What the hell? I'll wait the extra couple hours before I shoot to fit this one in and peacefully transition us into the next couple of letters in the alphabet. The next one that we have here is the Record Store Day pressing of Victor Vaughn's Vaudeville Villain. Say that 10 times fast. This is not super limited, especially in comparison to the other pressings that they've done of this before. But thankfully I was able to get my hands on it, and I'm pretty happy to finally have it. It is a nice gatefold here. A big boy, if you will. Get the front, you got the back. And then the vinyl itself is just black, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, absolutely not mistaken. It is black. But hey, nothing wrong with that as long as the record plays, and it does, and it sounds very good. I have listened to it a couple times. And by a couple, I think only once. So once, yeah, one time. I guess I should say before I put this up there, obviously Victor Vaughn is the alter ego, or one of the multiple alter egos of MF Doom. So yeah, it's one of his side projects. It's very good. I highly recommend checking it out if you've never done that before. Moving on, we have ourselves Wand with Laughing Matter. This record's awesome. I just randomly stumbled upon it at my local record store not too long ago and was very pleasantly surprised that they actually had it. I don't think I've ever seen any Wand in any record stores that I've been to, at least I don't recall it. So I had to scoop this baby up. It is also a gatefold. Nice little image of the band playing on stage there. Yeah, it's a great record. Really enjoyed this one. I forget the year that it came out. I'm blanking on it. But whatever year that it was actually on one of my top 30 lists on this channel. So if you want to do some digging, you can probably find out where it is. Yeah, good record. Nice packaging. Really nice packaging. It is indeed a double LP. Another record here. Some lyrics. Looking. Oh, you know what? Wait, hold on. I think that actually is going to say the year here. 2019. It was on my 30 favorite records of 2019 list. Yeah, black vinyl. No complaints. Just very happy to have found this. Pretty cool. Not going to lie. Listen to them if you haven't. Kind of psych rock, folk rock, almost punk in there. I don't know, they have a weird mix of sounds, and they utilize them fairly well. I mean, I really like a lot of the records that they have put out. Actually, I have a So You're Interested In on Wand. Go watch that video if you do want to learn more about them. Next up, we have a record from Warsawwasraw. It's called Sensitizer. Don't know too much about this band, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. You're going to hear me mention this a lot in the near future, but Death Wish, the record label, did a huge sale not too long ago, a couple months by the time I'm sure this video comes out. And the sale itself consisted of $5 LPs and $2 7-inches. So I, of course, went in there and just would listen to like a track from each album that was kind of on sale if I didn't know it already. And if I dug it, I was just like, $5 in, let's go. And this was one of them. I've only listened to this once. It is some really heavy shit. I mean, it is very much gonna rock your socks off. Yeah, not gonna say a lot of these words, but whoo, spicy stuff. And it comes on this red vinyl. Looks very nice, matches the color of the cover. You got a bunch of bugs, bees, if you will, you know, running about, scurrying around. And then the lyrics on the back here. If you like hardcore punk, I recommend checking this album out. And if that sale is still going on, you better do everything in your power to make sure that you go get it. Another heavy release It's Weedeater here with God, Luck, and Good Speed. I thought I was going to screw that up when I first said it, but I actually did it correctly. Love this album. Love this album. Don't be surprised if there's a video on Weedeater in the future. Yeah, awesome. I love the packaging of this, between like the real dark brown. I know it doesn't seem like that, but this is dark brown. And the gold lettering and all that. Oh, just looks awesome. Gatefold here. You got the inside, tracks, thanks, whatever, people who worked on it. Back cover looks very good. Yeah, just awesome sludge metal, stoner metal. It's, yeah, really heavy, but like in a good way that just gets inside you and just, you want to move with it even though it's real slow and methodic. It comes on, at least this variant, comes on a bluish green vinyl. Kind of transparent. Let's see if we can get that into the light better. Not doing a good job getting it into the light better, but just take my word for it. If you're not super duper into like sludge metal or stoner metal or stuff like that, I do recommend trying this one out. It's really easy to get into. It was one of the records that I first got into when I was getting more into the genre itself. Like I said, don't be surprised if there's a video on this in the further future at some point. Really good, pretty solid band, and just this record freaking kicks. It's one of the earliest records that I bought, for obvious reasons. It is the Blue album. Yep, I have to own this because why not? Great album. I'm sure you've heard of it before. If you haven't, just don't mind the memes. Go listen to it. Like I said, this must have been like in the first like 5 or 6 records that I ever bought, if I had to guess. It's been in the collection for a while here. Doesn't get played all that often, but I still like it. Black vinyl. Need to get Pinkerton. That is a necessity. I'm on the lookout. I've yet to see it in any record stores, at least for a long time. I saw one like 2 or 3 years ago and I just didn't pick it up, and I regret it. Obviously, I'm still thinking about it like 2 or 3 years later, so I knew I screwed up. Just a standard reissue here. Can't go wrong with this album. I am sweating like a mad dog. It is hot as can be in the old recording studio, but we soldier through, and the next one that we have here, it's the White Stripes. Love this record. Also one that I definitely bought early on. I mean, there are just banger after banger after banger on this record. Dude, Dead Leaves in the Dirty Ground. What a killer opening song. I mean, come on, man. Just so good. I adore this record. I need to get more White Stripes. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't done that already. Got ourselves some black vinyl once again. Go figure. Standard reissue. I'm not going to go through the TMR Vault or whatever it is and pay an arm and a leg to get a record that I already have just on like a different color. Not really interested in that. Got some little art here. Them posing to give me the old thumbs up. Good old Jack White. Oh yeah. Good artwork. Big fan of the artwork on the inside here. And yeah, that's about it. I'll tell you what, TMR does do good pressings. They do great work, and really wish that they would do some more for the vinyl community in general, but they do a lot. They have definitely pushed some things forward, which is very nice. Moving on, I believe this is the first hip-hop that we've had in this episode so far. It's Enter the WuTang 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang Clan, classic. What else do I have to say? This is just a reissue. One of the many reissues of this album. Black vinyl. Duh. But yeah, I do have a video on this if you want to learn a little bit more about the creation of this album itself. It's got a cool little backstory. All those guys coming together and making one of the best hip-hop albums of all time, if not the best hip-hop collaborative album of all time. Another hip-hop release, this one that is on a lot fewer of people's radars, at least from what I've seen. It's your Old Droog with Jewelry. Great release. YOD's got a ton of records. This is not particularly my favorite of his, but, you know, I'm not going to complain. I like this record a lot. There's some really good tracks. Definitely need to get a few more of his releases, especially his collaborative ones. But yeah, this record, it is good. I was surprised that I saw it at my record store. I know some of these releases, like especially with his crew, they sell them for huge amounts of money when they first come out. Like, it's not even just reseller value, and they're usually very limited. So I guess that this just was one of the pressings that he decided, screw it, I'm gonna make a lot of, and I'm glad that he did, because I enjoy this album. This also black I think there are other variants of different colors, but I decided just to stick with the black there because that's what was in the store at the time. I definitely need to end up picking up the YOD Fahim, which came out last year. It's one of my favorite record releases of 2021, but that goes for like 80 or 90 bucks, so maybe I'll wait a little bit. Closing this edition of Stax of Wax out, we've got ourselves some Youth of Today. We're Not in This Alone. Fantastic late 80s straight edge hardcore. These guys put out some amazing releases during their time. This is just a reissue, but it's got some got all the lyrics here. Great lyricists, man. They really wrote some awesome songs, some real bangers. You know, awesome photo there. Of course, everybody's favorite Walter is on this. It's the reason why I picked this specific record up. I believe this is the only one that he's on, if I'm not mistaken. He was in a ton of punk bands at the time, and I think that he just kind of joined Youth of Today to help out. I could be wrong about that. He has done a lot in his time, so I definitely could have glanced over or missed or misspoken about him. And this record is on a real nice blue. Deep shaded, not too dark, but very nice. That will actually do it, not only for this episode, but that is actually our first go-around alphabetically completed. We started this off on episode 1 starting with the A's, and I have no records that start with Z, so here we are. It's pretty cool. Only took us 13 episodes to do that. I'm sure this next go around will take even longer considering my buying habits as of late. But anyway, we will continue and do this more and more again, a little bit more frequently than before, I hope. So be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this, along with So You're Interested In, a show where I break down an artist's discography, give you a good starting point to get into their catalog. And yeah, if you have any of these records in your collection, let me know in the comments below. Maybe you have a different variant, different pressing, different year. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to hear though. Actually, give me a follow on Discogs. I'll leave that in the description if anybody wants to do that. So yeah, that's it for our first full go through of my record collection on Stax of Wax. I hope you enjoyed, and until I see you next time, happy listening.